Let's be honest here, guys.
Let's be honest.
What's up? Don from DR.Smoke. Who we got here? Doughboy.
Doughboy in the house.
Bob.
And today, we're going to be talking about a topic that I think we've all kind of been in this situation. And I would say let's start with Stingray, right? And
All right.
what are we talking about here? We're going to be talking about
We're talking about being falsely accused. Falsely accused.
falsely accused for something that you did not do.
That's falsely accused.
Exactly.
That's yes.
Falsely accused.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
So let's hear your story, man.
So,
Looking forward to it.
so we were thinking about times that we were falsely accused of taking something or doing something that wasn't us. And to be honest, most of the times I really did what I was accused of doing. Even as a kid, you know, I had two brothers, and yeah, we did a lot of the stuff we got accused of doing. But one time in particular that stands out. Several years back at my last job, I had been accused of not responding to what we call basically like an ASAP emergency type situation. I did a lot of the operations end. And
Operations end of what, though?
So it was a company that we did a lot of vehicle type stuff.
Okay.
And one of the vehicles was out on the road, broke down.
Okay.
I get the phone call, I go fix it. That's what I did. Unfortunately, when I got the phone call, I was not able to fix it because I was watching my daughter. She was 1.
Understandable.
Understandable. Couldn't
Young
go out.
kids
Yes,
couldn't
couldn't go out.
Right.
But on social media, being the root of all evil, as we know it,
Yep.
a picture was posted of me playing with my daughter. So the picture then became back to my boss, who said that not the fact that I was watching my daughter, but because I was too busy playing, I couldn't go out and do this emergency call, which he had to then do. Got him out of bed in the whole 9 yards, and caused a big ruckus at work. A big ruckus. You know, there was a lot of back and forth, heated stuff going on, and it caused changes in people's pay rates and everything. And it was a big situation.
It changed people's pay rates?
Pay rates, yes.
What?
Yeah, hourly to salary and vice versa. And yeah, it was a big.
Just
ordeal.
because there was a picture of you and your daughter.
Yes, because
on
it got on
social
social media and people had to get in people's ears, you know. But came out later that it was not, in fact, what it looked like. And people stepped forward and admitted that that was not what it looked like, that he really did have his daughter, he couldn't go. And, you know, it took about 12, 18 months, something like that, to come out. Yeah,
But all those things changed in the meantime.
because, yeah, I mean, it was work related. I understand what business you got to do, but yeah, it was not what I was doing. Not that I was purposely skipping out of a call because I didn't want to go. I love fixing those trucks. I had a blast doing it. Unfortunately, I could not do it, and it caused a lot of commotion, a lot of hectic. Not as bad as, you know, Big Red Devil back there, but yeah, it was a lot for something I did not do.
That's a pretty wild story.
That was whoa, yeah.
That much.
It took-
change.
it was a lot. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
That's a good story, and because of a picture, right? You think, oh, it's
Because-
just evidence, right? But no,
Correct.
it means a million things would be happening.
A million things were happening besides what it looked like that I just didn't feel like getting up.
No, that's
Yep.
that's a good story. Doughboy, something that you did not do that you were blamed for.
You know, the thing is, I can't really think of anything.
You can't think of
I
anything?
can't, listen, I'm as squeaky clean as they come.
You got something for me.
Come on, Mr.
You got something for me, Jason.
I mean, I'm trying to think of a very particular instance where I might have done something to be blamed for that I didn't do, and you know, I'm really searching my banks. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to pass to you for right now until I can really
Okay,
come up with
all right.
something, because this is tough for me.
This is
This
hard
tough
for me. Hard topic.
You know, like, I've never really been accused of something that I didn't do.
Right?
Well, since
I get it.
All right. In the meantime, while you're waiting to give your thing, I want people to reach out on the comment section and tell us something that they were blamed for. You know?
Right.
Because it
Yeah.
happens to all of us.
Yeah,
And,
it does.
something really didn't happen. Obviously, the Red Devil, the smoker
Yeah,
over
don't
there.
use that one.
I'm
Something
not
else.
using that
Yeah.
because you all know the truth. But something that I didn't do that I was blamed for. Man, now you're making me draw a blank.
So I think I got something.
You got it?
Yeah, I think I got something. So this goes way back, and I'm going to reveal a little bit of my vulnerability in this, because a lot of times people tend to have too much like concern about, you know, what others think, right?
Oh yeah.
Right.
So
Oh, yeah.
when I was in second grade, we had our regular ed teacher had gone out on maternity leave, and we had a substitute. Well, the substitute was there, and while she was there, the flag was, you know, I mean, most people have been in a classroom, and usually there's a American flag sitting up in the, one of the corners of the front of the room. Well, it fell. It fell on the floor. And I was like, I said a derogatory statement. I was a kid. I didn't know any better. I was like, that flag's. Well, I must have heard it at home. I don't, I'm upset because the flag fell. So, what does the substitute teacher think? She's like, he just called me gay. That wasn't the case. I wasn't calling her gay. I have nothing against what people's lifestyles are or what they choose to do, in their time. Well, she got offended by it, and she held me in the class, said I couldn't leave the class, and unfortunately, and this is the embarrassing part, but this is what's real, right? I mean, listen, let's be truthful here, and I couldn't leave the class. Well, as a kid, if you're stuck in the classroom all day long, I don't know about your kids or your kids, but at least once or twice in the day, I got to go to the bathroom.
Right.
Well, imagine being in second grade, not being able to go to the bathroom, and having to go really bad.
Right.
What do you think happened?
You
Yeah,
went.
an accident.
Yeah,
Had an accident.
I had an accident. And let me tell you something. That was the most humiliating thing that had ever happened to me, because I was accused of something that I didn't do. Like, I wasn't calling her anything wrong. And
you had just heard that term before, and you used it as a kid. And I hear my kids do it all the time.
so,
No, it's a good example.
yeah,
Very good.
that was something that,
So
had a lasting effect because I was accused of something I didn't do.
right. So you kind of spun it a little bit, which I'm going to kind of do too. Everybody has their grandfathers, and you always hear of the old fishing story, right? Well, my grandfather and I, we were in South Jersey, and we were in the blue Chevy Cavalier, and we went to this fishing hole that looked like a pond. Like, Grandpa, we're not going to catch anything here. It's hot as hell that day. Me and him, he had emphysema. He was a heavy smoker. Just painting you kind of a picture. He's sitting there having trouble breathing. I'm bored out of my mind because I'm a kid. I love fishing, but it's hot, sandy. It was in the South Jersey. What do they call it? The sandy dunes.
Oh, Pine Barrens?
Pine Barrens. We're in the Pine Barrens. Fishing in a pond, or it looked like a puddle to me.
Right.
Well, I look over and my grandfather's reeling something in, right? And he's struggling the whole time. And he's got the oxygen. And he's reeling in. He's got the oxygen. He's reeling in, right? Well, he brings in this bass that's bigger than the one. bigger bass than I've ever seen in my life, right? And I couldn't believe it. Well, he puts it, you remember the old school stringer, right? It has the spike at the end, it's nylon rope with the loop on it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, my grandfather put the stringer through and then stuck it in his hand. He's taking this thing home to show people, look at me, you know. I'm 75 years old. I've got emphysema, but I can still bring one in.
Right.
And like I said, at that point, I've never seen a fish that big in my life. You know, I was a kid. This thing was half my size. Big largemouth bass. Well, he's all happy, bragging about it. Well, the stringer goes, and the fish swims with the stringer away. He lost the fish, you know, gone. He's not bringing it home. But we came home and told the story, and I can remember every detail like it happened yesterday. My grandfather caught a big fish, but nobody believed him. And it killed me because I was there to witness it, but because I was a kid, nobody believed me. You know? So, it's stuff like that sucks.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm kind of glad he spinned it because I was trying to think of something too, and that was my thing. Is my grandfather caught a big ass bass that I've never seen in my life, how big it was, and he lost it that day, but none of the family believed him. You know? So, you know, we all have our stories. Hey, it is what it is, and I thought this would be a good topic for us to talk about tonight.
Yeah, it falls in place with what's been going on.
Right. It definitely falls in place.
Falls very well in place.
Again, DR.Smoke, and we'd like to thank you guys for watching. And again, hit that like, subscribe button, smash that bell to get notifications, because we don't always post videos on a consistent basis because, you know, we got things to do. Life happens. So we love creating this content for everybody. So please leave a comment.
Absolutely.
You know, we absolutely love the support, and thanks for watching.